Let me say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever part of the world you are watching us from. I want to say welcome tonight to another edition of our episode on society, nation buildings, flash show, and we are so excited tonight to be here with our own guest, Mr. Isaac Ta, who is having to be our guest tonight. He just joined us, and tonight going to be a great show. So we want to say welcome, wherever part of the world you are joining us from. We say welcome, and we are so blessed to have you with us tonight. On the Myers TV. We ask that you can follow our page on YouTube and then that of Facebook. Share as many as you can do for us. Tonight, before we drive to the discussion, before we go in depth, while we stay with our host for tonight, I think she's going to be joining shortly, but we got to keep the ball rolling. Let me say good evening to you, Mr. Ty. Welcome on the Myers TV for the first time. We are excited to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bonat, for the invitation. And let me say good evening to all of our listeners in Radio Land and to your colleagues who are hosting this show. Let me say good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'll just hold here for now and just turn over our host just joining us. I don't know why our face looks so serious tonight. I have some personal issue, Philip, but I won't discuss it yet. She don't answer my call. But let me tell what to our host tonight, Miss
I was
Queen.
hearing you call to your parent when you were calling.
Let
She
me
on.
tell what to our host tonight, our official host. She's here, Miss Queen, Annie. We want to say welcome, and the floor is
Call my
yours,
name.
ma'am. Okay, sorry.
So, how you guys doing?
We good,
Doing good.
man.
Is the answer how you doing? What's I
We
don't
are
know how to
doing good by
pronounce
the grace of
last
God.
name. I don't
Oh.
know hi. How do you pronounce your last
I
name?
don't know whether it is from my I don't know whether it is from my end, but you guys are coming in broken. Maybe it's the network because the weather has not been good today.
But we are hearing you very clearly. Are you hearing us now?
Okay, at least I'm getting you now. It's
Okay,
much
okay.
better.
Queen, just edify your voice a little bit.
Am I audible to our guest? I think he can leave the show and rejoin.
Yeah,
Because Philip, you guys getting me right?
you
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Tai,
are
are you
audible.
getting Queen?
Miles,
Uh, yeah,
can you
can you leave and come
back
back?
on?
Yeah, can you just go off and come back, Mr. Tai?
Okay.
Okay.
Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as per location you are following us. I'm Queen Annie, a host for today's show, and I'm here with my.
Hello, Queen.
You getting the feedback?
Yeah, yeah, but it's okay, it's okay. So thank you so much, Queen. I'm Bona Dimas, and tonight being the co-host to Miss Queen, I'm so excited to be here for this all unique topic tonight. Thank you, Queen.
You're welcome. Yes. So let me say welcome to our follower that's joining. I want to say welcome. Our topic today is the role of young people in education. And here of our
I can hear you
initiative.
now.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Philip, are you getting Queen?
At work.
I
So
think
only
Philip need to come back.
accurate network.
Yeah,
Okay.
they need to come back.
So Maya, it's excitement to be here, man. I'm so glad to have you as my co-host tonight. I believe our guests have a lot of things to tell. Philip, are you back now?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Where do you live?
Um,
Which one is where do you live?
I live in NCR, Delhi.
Okay, you are in the capital, Delhi. That work
Uh,
is.
Okay, I think I'm getting you people now.
That
It's
one.
much better.
Okay, can you
Okay.
just put the camera on for Mr. Ta?
Okay, no issue. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you find a light area, Mr. Todd? Hello?
Oh, internet, my people. Hello.
Can you
I'm
hear me?
getting. I don't know about others.
Yeah, at least I'm getting you a bit, but you are sounding you are coming in very low.
Which one of us now? Queen or me or Myers?
At least I'm getting you, but I'm not getting Queen.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
How
Audible?
you, Mr.
I
Ty,
am
how you
good.
doing? Okay.
Thank you. I am good, madam.
I'm glad that you are hearing
He
me.
has, her state has an internet issue.
No, internet is legit. I'm telling you this thing. So let's hear from our panelists for introduction before coming to our guest. Philip, you are welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. It's good having me on the Mass Television show tonight, and it's always my pleasure, and my excitement to come on this platform to discuss issues related to our nation building, man making, and our, personal growth as well. So I'm looking forward to a fruitful and impactful conversation tonight with our guests. And I want to encourage our followers to share this show with their friends, family members. Come on, drop your thought in the comment section. Any questions you have, any doubt you have, just send it to us. We will all answer your questions together and we make this conversation a meaningful one for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that was the voice of one of our panelists, Mr. Philip Dodo, having to be our program chair for the Majesty. I'm so sorry, sir, but just permit me to say that. Yeah, having to be our program chair for the Majesty TV. So let's hear from our Mr. Tar, our followers and want to know who is our guest. Yeah. So can we hear your introduction? Who are you?
Okay, thank you. I am Isaac Tai. I am a Liberian and a student here in India from the Management College. I am in the Utransha University here in Dehradun. I am a family man from Liberia. Thank you so much. And I was invited by Mr. Bona.
Nice. Mr. Family Man.
Thank you so
Yes,
much. Thank you so much, Mr. Tar.
thank you.
I'm glad that you are from our CEO state, Daradon. Yeah, but I don't know why Maya's background is clear. So is it that Daradon people they are not treating you guys good? They have other people that have stable.
I am struggling to get you, Queen.
I'm not audible now, sir.
I am not getting Queen at all.
Queen is audible to us,
Are
unlike
you,
you.
are you
So
there, Mr. Ta? Are you getting us?
I am getting you, Myers. I am getting our brother Dolo, but I am not getting Queen. I don't know what's the problem.
I'm
Queen,
from
we
Punjab. Are you
Punjab don't have good internet connection. No good
the
internet connection.
place that everyone said yes is actually accurate? Everything about Punjab is so good. So you are getting me now, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Dolo will help Queen because I'm not getting her.
Okay, ma'am. I'm not from Punjab, right? I'm
Queen,
from Delhi.
yeah, Queen, can you just do one thing? Queen, just do one thing, right? Just go and
My
come back, Queen.
uh, guys,
Just,
My state is the best.
just go.
Is the best state in India.
No, Queen, just go and come back. Queen, just go and come back so we can clear the benefit of the doubt. Just leave and come back.
okay.
Yes, because I'm not able to get her at all.
Yeah, it's
Leave and
okay.
come
That's
back so
what
the
that's
benefit of the doubt can be clear.
I don't know whether I don't know whether it is my fault, it is from my side or from her side. I don't know.
it's from Punjab, bro. Punjab is not a good state.
Philip, please don't bring private here tonight. I'm begging you. Don't bring private here tonight. So, okay, thank you, Mr. Ta. Thanks to Philip. We are so excited to have you for the first time on the Myers TV. It is a pleasure having you tonight, and we hope to have a great conversation, on the show tonight. So, okay, Queen is here now. Queen, are you here?
I'm hearing a friend to talk. The file I'm not on the I'm a friend to talk. Mr. Ty, you getting me now?
Yeah, at least a bit better.
Oh my god. So yeah, so it's a
It's
privilege
okay.
to have
Whatever you say to here, if you don't get it clear, we will try to relate and just make it.
what
Let's just make it.
our
So
Dara don't take it
it
the
will have to be a two-way. It will have to be a two-way information delivery system. Maybe Maya will be relaying, or Mr. Dodo will be relaying to me.
okay. So Mr. Ty, you want to say the Maya CV family, we are actually excited to see you here tonight. From my end, it's my first time seeing on the platform. I don't know if you have been here. Myers, is it Mr. Ty first time to be here?
Yeah, yeah.
This
This is
is
the
my
first
first
time.
time.
What a great night for the Myers TV family. So we are excited to have you here tonight, and we are grateful for the privilege for you to accept our invite to be here. So let's just get into business. For those that are just joining, we want to say welcome to the Myers TV. Our topic remains the same: the role of young people in nation building. So let's get started. Before we get started, let's get some musical intro. So Myers, let's just get our musical intro. Once we come back, we'll start with our guest. So I hope you are getting ready for our Mr. Ta. Thank you for you to accept our invite to be here. So let's get it.
Thank you.
Shine on the screen, voices of hope, living the dream from Africa's heart to the world we see. Truth and culture, Myers TV, Myers TV, bringing light each day, stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the V. A vision was born and a Myers. We are new. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into
Okay, thank you so much to our technical team. So for those that to say you are welcome to the Miles, our topic is the role of young people in building. So yes, are you scared? Let's hear from you what you brought for us. If people want to know what's your intake on this topic of the role of young people in nation building. You have welcome.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
You are.
Okay, thank you so much for, like I said, and let me say again, it's my pleasure to be on your show tonight. And let me say good evening to our many listeners, both home and here, and those of our colleagues following us from the Facebook. I want to say thank you for this good opportunity for them to be heard on one of the prestigious shows of our generation, the Mayos TV. And I want to be very grateful for inviting me. What is true that I had a very tight schedule, but when he gave me the invitation, I said, well, I will try to make it my duty. Today, again, having to be a very wet day, internet is not too strong, but I hope by the grace of God, we will do as much as possible as we can to at least make what we able to make available to our people. So, like I was told today, the topic on the discussion will be what are the role. of young people in nation building. And that's the topic we are going to propound on tonight. And all of us will join us and as we will go along. So, firstly, we would like to know who is considered as young people. What are those ages that when an individual have, they can be considered as a youth? So, according to the United Nations, people who are considered as youth are people with in between the ages of 15 and 24. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah, you are clear.
Eh,
You are audible, sir. You are
Are you
audible.
getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. So, like I was saying, the United Nations statistics shows that people who are considered as youth are people within the age range of 15 and 24. Why is true that other countries consider the ages between 15 and 29, but on a global level, people who are considered as youth are people that are trying to transition from childhood and getting into adulthood, the distance between childhood and into adulthood. So those people are considered as youth. So how can they get involved into nation building? That's one of the things that we need to look at first. So the fact of nation building needs everyone's effort, a child, a parent, and both the youth. And when you do a statistics around the world, you will understand that youth host the largest population of every country. And so for young people to develop into adult and to show the responsibility of future leadership and to make impact and contribute to their nation or country or the world, it needs everyone's effort. What are some of the things that are required for young people to be useful in the society? For young people to be useful in the society, they must first be knowledgeable of what they will do. It requires education and skills development. Because let's take into consideration, youth are people that will grow into adult and show the responsibility to develop a country. So if you are not knowledgeable of what you are going to do, it means you are going to be in dilemma. So for young people to make contribution in nation building, they must first be knowledgeable. They must develop some skills. The second thing they need to do is they need to have some ethical, moral integrity. Like today, when you see around our world, you will see that most of the young people you see, the youth people in the youthful generation are people that are at the risk of getting into different things in the world, because one thing is that they are not firstly able to manage themselves, to control their own emotion. So one of the things that they need to develop is ethical, moral, two, integrity. People who are considered as young people should firstly hold some level of integrity where they can be trusted. Because if you want to get into nation development, one of the things you have to do, people have to count on you as somebody who is able to deliver. Are you people getting me?
Yeah, you
All
are
right.
very clear.
Okay. So you must be somebody who will be able to deliver. You must have a good moral. What will happen if as they want to be involved into nation building? Maybe you are connected to government, you are connected to some other philanthropists, you are connected to civil society organization, and they would like to entrust you with maybe funding, with maybe some other social activities that you can do to bring young people, or you are not having that moral. Your behavior alone will derail the intention of the resources that the people will spend. The next thing we
Exactly.
need to do, the next thing young people need to do is to develop leadership skills and sense of responsibility.
Right.
Let's take into consideration, before you can be into leadership, before you can make in your own community, have that sense of responsibility. You must have a leadership sense so that you can be able to deliver the actual thing that the society deserves or that the society desire to be transformed. promoting unity and diversity. We will, let's say for instance, if you see people who are young people, if you moral, if you are not having any educational background, take into consideration our people use a parable that we can sit on the old mat to plow the new mat, right? So
Right.
you as young people, as a youth, you may not know it, or there may be other people, older people who would like to share their experiences, their ideas with you. If you are not having that unity, if you are not having that sense of diversity, you may not allow to take knowledge from the older people, from the older ones. Because the reason why people today, you see people are in missteps, the reason why you see people are not proceeding well in most of the activity is because we young people are not willing to listen to the older ones. So, in as much as you are not willing to listen to the older ones, you will not be able to learn to the best of your ability to make meaningful impact into the society. So, young people should be able to accept diversity. One of the things we need to do is environmental protection. If we want to develop a nation and we are the same people breaking the nation down, will we go anywhere? No. It means our effort will be like a wasting, like wasting water on those back, doing the same thing and expecting to get new result. Take for instance, today when you see around the world, let make it a classical example of Africa, and most especially our country. I know all of us are from Liberia, right?
Exactly.
Let's see, for instance, in our country back home, when you see when maybe something sparkle like commotion, like misunderstanding, you will see young people taking the law into their hands, going brutalizing their friends, vandalizing properties, and doing all these kind of things. If you are having this kind of sense, if you are not protecting the very environment that you are coming to be a leader of, it means you will just be working doing the same thing and not getting any result. You know. So, what are young people expected to do? We young people need to show them the responsibility and volunteerism. If you see people in the Western world, you will see that most of them, like one of the institutions where I was working, young guys came from America that just left university and they came to volunteer on the basis of government sponsoring them. So we as young people, for us to make meaningful impact into the society, we must be able to one way or the other volunteer our services. We should not tie our notion, this notion of everything we do, we should expect to get paid for it. It should not be like this. We should be able to do some other social services within our environment, within our community. The second thing you need to do is you need to develop the skill of entrepreneurship. See, let's take for instance now today, Maya is having this program and all of us are on it today, other people listening to us today. If God having
Right.
to be the helper of Maya and the program goes, it means tomorrow, if I am a CEO, see, I am a CEO of a company, I can hire Myers to say, oh, Myers, because you have this program and I want to hire you to do this, I will pay Myers for this. It means he is an entrepreneur. He's innovative from his innovation. He's making money and he's giving other youthful population some job. We need to
Right.
be, young people also need to be active in participation, in democratic participation. Let's take for instance, if the government that is the head of the state is not proceeding well, if we mind what we call greener pasture and continue to make decisions that will not be in the best interest of the youth, we will know that our future will not go anywhere. Let's take into consideration, let's go back to our country. Now that you see that 2029 election is very close, next door, you see people now using young people, they will give you rest, they will give you collars, they will give you this. Tempering with your emotions so that you can elect them. When you elect them, they turn their back on the society. So our decision in politics, our participation in politics should be able to give the older one or people that are coming after all the broader knowledge that government should be the one showing the responsibility to help the people. So we as young people, our activity, our association with democratic process should give us the clear picture that at least the government that will bring up board can be able to favor the young people, that young people can be in power so that they can make meaningful contribution in our society. So I will hold on here. Maybe one of some questions to ask. If you don't have questions, then we can still go further. In there where my people not getting me over. Are you guys
Yes,
getting
we are.
me?
Yes, you
Okay,
are.
okay, okay.
Sorry, I didn't tell you to stop. Can't be it. We have to proceed because of time. So, like you were speaking about having fun, you did mention about young people have to be educated first. You have to be responsible first because everything that you
Taba, you
implement
you
after it.
your environment is terrible. I'm not getting you.
Oh my God, Myers and Philip, you getting me right?
Yes, you are audible
Yeah,
to
yeah,
us.
we are. Yeah. Just edify your voice a little bit, I beg you.
Mr. Ta, are you getting me now?
Yeah, at least I'm getting you.
I think it's obvious that Punjab and Daradom are on the same path. Poor internet connection.
Yes, my network is stable. It's not Wi-Fi, everything is stable, but I don't
Yes.
know why.
Uh,
Mr. Ta, are you getting me now?
Yes, at least I'm getting you.
I don't want to hear Ali. I want to hear yes, I'm getting.
He's your family member, though. He's a family member.
You feel up with mom people for internet. Mr. Ta,
Okay,
okay.
what I
I'm not
suggest,
getting you.
no, what I suggest, Mr. Tad, just mute your mic while she speaks, right? And once the time reader, you can respond and you unmute your mic. So let's every one of us just mute our mics and see Queen alone can speak.
Mr. Ta, you getting me now? Let me reach on.
It's okay, Queen. Mr. Tad, are you there? Okay, we want to say to our people
Yes,
tonight
yes,
it's not
yes. I
easy.
am getting her.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
okay, yeah. I don't know why she left. Yeah, she. So that's the thing. Every one of us have to mute our mic when she's speaking. So thank you so much, Mr. Ta. We are so excited for your expose, the book people can say tonight. So Queen, are you here? Okay, you said you was getting you Queen, and then you left.
Mr. Ta, you getting me now? I'm more concerned
Yes,
about
I'm
Mr.
getting
Ta
you.
because okay, that's that. I don't know. Yeah, at least yes, yeah, I'm getting if you are getting me, because at least it's scaring me. Yeah. So like you were saying, you did mention about young people have to be or they needs to be educated first. A lot of things came into my mind when we were speaking because we young people are always tell people we are the responsibility of our nations. We are those ones that are to bring change or changes in our nation. So imagine if we are going a local head or if we don't have knowledge on what we are driving into, what happens to the nations. Because once young person are educated, we have doctors. I'm so grateful for nowadays when it comes to Liberia. Everyone want to go higher in educations. Even BSc now, people don't want to be limited. Imagine back then, if you are in Africa, you consider yourself as the most educated person. But now BSc, everyone want to go, they want to exceed. That tells that there is a change that is coming into Africa. There is a change that is coming into Liberia. Because once the youth mind, they are learning the right way. Like some of all our opportunities to study abroad, we have seen a level of independence when it comes to your studies. Anything you score, any grade you score, it tells that yes, you are the one who scored that grade. If you having to go back into Liberia today, open school, I want to believe you want to put these policies that you have learned in India or other countries. You don't want to accept teacher, corrupting the student by taking money for grades, by doing things that will make the student to not focus. They will feel reluctant about their studies. That tells that there is a growth that going to come in the nation building. And also, when young person is they are educated, very innovative person as a young person, you want to create jobs for others. So let's just say for instance, if Philip is a CEO for his company Myers, we are entrepreneurs that employ people. They don't have to do with only let's assume is United Party government, they're going to say it's Liberia because at the end of the day, we are contributing to the GDP of the nations. That's the power of young people in society. Like our guests were speaking on us here on this show now doing awareness, we are reawakening those that have been lost in their mind. These are things that young people, when we are invested into these things, it helps build a nation. It helps make people, even comes to politics, once people wants to be elected, like our guest here, politicians nowadays they feel that the youth is the easier one to be manipulated, and that shouldn't be in our kids, because once we are going to school, our minds are enlightened. We are even thinking bigger than even the picture that is above us. So we shouldn't allow for, let me say, compromising our future for something that is just like tomorrow is finished. Something
Right.
that we will eat today, we compare, because nowadays what we see in our country, Liberia. For me, I always speak about Liberia because I haven't been into, with the exception of India, I haven't been into other countries before. So I always speak about Liberia. You see, when election time is coming, we are not traveling to politics, but these are awareness, right? When election is coming, people feel going to the young person or to the youth, donating rice, football booths, call themselves, how do they call the Failure Foundation? That's how they start. Anytime, yeah, I mean, I'm so careful and skeptical about those are coming and using foundation, because once you say that, it's driving to my mind your next intention when it comes to decision making in Liberia. Once you see this thing foundation, you just know that there is a trap, that you have to know what you are getting as a young people. So we as a young people, we should understand that our future, our children's future, even the next generation, because we are very easy to adjust. Even new technology now, you see most young people, they are more into these things. So we should know that we are very important in society, and if the society fails today, it's depend on, if the society rise today, it depends on us as a young people. So let me get into our question, Mr. Guest. To our guest, I have a question for you tonight. So, how do you see this if a young person or a young people, they are not educated? What are those negative impact do you think are going to affect the society if young person as a whole, they don't have clue on anything they are doing, they are just working in what people say or other people perspective or vision? How do you think in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, will the nation decrease? It's a tie, you getting me?
Yes, thank you, madam. Uh, like you said, it is very important that we be aware of what will happen if young people are not educated. And one of the things that we should take into consideration is the Bible, that is the guiding principle of the world. It says, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." It means we lost our steps. The society will have to be in dilemma. So one of the things that we need to focus on is education. When we talk about education, it's not only limited to classroom. Skills, acquiring skills, knowledge, technical ideas, these things will help to transform the young people. Let's take into consideration, when you see our society, you see almost 90% of our young people are getting addicted to drugs, right? Sorry, I will have to quit my video, but I will be talking. When you see our society today, you will see that our young people are getting into drugs addiction. What will happen in the next few years to come if young people who are supposed to be the future leader, if they are addicted to drugs? It means there will be no youth, right?
Yes, sure.
Hello,
You are
fine.
audible.
It means there will be no youth, and in as much as there is no youth, it means there is no future for our world, for the world, for our country. So these are
Obviously.
things that we young people, like you said, those of us that left our country, travel way here for education. Even if you are here calling back home, those are things that when we go, at least we will be able to make some level of impact, some level of changes in a society, that the society can depend on us, that at least the world can be transformed. Take into consideration what will happen if you are a young person and God bless you, you got money, but the money you got, you are not able to use it into the society wisely. it means the society will not benefit anything from you. People that are supposed to get educated, people that are supposed to get benefit from the money from the wealth that God bless you with, at the end, it will have to go to spoil the people. Let's take into consideration young people nowadays, people turning their back on schools. So these are things that we young people need to revamp. We need to re-energize ourselves in engaging people. We need to re-strategize. We need to redirect our senses of reasoning to try to young people to know their own future, to know their own value within a society. Let's take into consideration, like we were making instead of political manipulation. It's because of one political party, they party not for me, they party not for the person. It's because of one political party we agree that will break our nation down because one person in the party is not satisfied because of that one person. And we help to spoil the nation that our people build for many years for many millions of dollars. And because of just one single individual, and we agree to spoil that country, and we are carrying ourselves nowhere. So education play an important role in the developmental arena because lack of knowledge will make you not to know your tomorrow, not to know your future, not to know your further step, not to know your own direction, your own forward march. So education plays an important role that we that are going to school today, we can be the whistleblower, we can be the one leading the troops, we can be the one making the necessary negotiation, making the necessary intervention that our brothers and sisters who are even above us, but older than us or that below us, can still get some level of knowledge from us that can help them to transform and make a meaningful impact in the society.
Right.
Thank you so much, our guest. So like I always tell people, for those that are opportune to travel from your country to another country to study, it's not even true. The first priority is about getting a degree, but it's also to explore. I see it as a privilege to explore because one thing always when I'm traveling, I see in India, I always get that that inspiration that one day Liberia will be on its path when it comes to how we generate our revenue. If you see in India today, you won't go lesser than 1 hour 30 minutes to ask it's something called tour guide. I guess everyone's familiar with these things. Anytime I see these things, I actually wish that I am not by the grace of God one day Liberia will be open to these things. These are a lot of things that generate revenue for country, right? So we as a student, we have come into India, we have come to Uganda, to other nations to study it. It's not about getting the degree. One thing I always tell people and see it as a blessing to Africa, most especially Liberia. When it comes to vocational school, when they say education, it's not about going class, getting an A+, getting a degree. A lot of people might not be able to go that route. One thing I always see as an opportunity for us in Africa or most especially Liberia is vocational school. I don't know, Philip and others are here from India. India, if you even want to learn to sew skill, you have to go to school to get degree for it. But Liberia is saying no. You can sit in class for only 6 months. You will learn this thing and go in society and explore and help the nations. I guess Philip knows about that. Myers knows about that. Even if you want to solve. India say you should sit in class 3 or 4 years approximately to have a degree. Before years you can. But Liberia, Africa will have the privilege of these things. So we as a young people use these things. You should see these things as a privilege for us, regardless of our limitation of our finances or our family background. When it comes to limitation financially, we can still go out there. We can learn other things with our hands. We put into work and also helps the country. One good thing I know or I see about this, in fact, if Joseph Burger don't have to pay horse in Mount Barkley, our queen can open a real estate business in Mount Barkley. At the end of the day, guess who win is Liberia. It's not Joseph Burger, it's not George Manowia, it's about Liberia. If you are counting one of the renowned hotel in Liberia now, if someone want to come, you will see someone saying Farmington. They're not saying it's about Joseph Burger getting credibility to him. No, it's about Liberia. These historical places, these places, that that are up to date. Like, at least when people come, they feel at home. They feel that they are in a country. It don't have to be Joseph Boga project. You know, when I see people putting on this thing, this is weird project. This is Joseph Boga project. You know, it's so sad that some of us we are privileged to go out there in Western world, in other countries, but we feel so invest in our country, Liberia, in our country, in our continent, Africa. You know, it actually baffles me to see these things at times because I'll be like, what are we heading to if we are sitting waiting for our leaders to build their own? Why are we heading to others in countries they are enslaving themselves? You know, people work 24 hours, sometimes not 8 hours. At the end of the day, they refuse to invest in their country for a reason best known to themselves. So let's get to our panelists who are our guests there for tonight. For those who are just joining, we want to say welcome to the Myers TV. Our topic is the role of young people in nation building. So just stay tuned. If you have any doubt, any comments, or any point you want to raise, you can just type in the comment section. Um, your concern will be addressed. So let's get to our co-host Myers. What's your intake on this topic? I'm giving you 2 minutes, sir. I pray
Okay,
work.
thank you, Queen. Thank you so much, Queen. So, this is a very unique topic that our people, every one of us today, have to take serious. Because a lot of us, we feel like the thing of building a nation, it just depends on the government. Once you don't have, if you are not getting a benefit from the government, that you are not working in the government, meaning you cannot make any meaningful contribution in the society, in terms of building the society, which of course it is a very wrong thing that we have to clear from our understanding. The reason why every one of us are here today is because we decide to think outside the box. We feel like politics it is not the only thing that can help us to make impact in society, right? We as a young people, right? That's why we tell people on this platform, we you don't see us discussing about when it comes to a particular political party, we don't discuss them here. We go strictly for the reality of the matters. A lot of us young people today, we don't know that we owe a lot to give back to society. One of the things we love today. So because we don't have that sense of of understanding today, we sell our rights for little or nothing. I know when you from the political side, I'm not against those who protest. I don't against those students from the University of Liberia. But are those protests really meaningful? Those things that they do, it is really meaningful to society? Those young people who are protesting, are they making impact in society? Is there a shift in the society from their lifestyles and other things that they do around? Are they doing these things in society? Or they just gather and say they want to do things against the government? Or just every time you see them on the street, how do you think people will say? And I was telling somebody a few times ago, Queen, the reason why you see a lot of them today are complaining when it comes to the job issue because no good companies or organization will take such of people like that, or young people who go on the street to demonstrate every time, that don't know their value as a young man. Nobody will see them tomorrow, see their letter anywhere and try to bring them to work with them. Because the first thing to think on is when this young man come here, he coming to pollute the minds of the rest of the people here against the entity. Queen, we as a young people today, we have a lot to give back to society. Our innovation matters. There are a lot of things with our guests are saying, creativities. How many of us are creating new things today? How many of us are creating new things today to change our country? A lot of us, we say, Queen, like you are saying, we go to school today, we learn. But those things that we have learned, are we trying to go beyond them to help our country today? I don't know whether you've been following the social media now. We have this guy from, is that TF Africa, who is presently in Liberia trying to do some, trying to have some talk, other thing with the government to carry on some investment and other thing in the country, right? And you seen there's a young guy with him called Mustafa. I don't know Mustafa, right? I think Mustafa, what have you? Yeah, the ambassador and other things, right? These are people that think outside the box, Queen, because they feel like even though yes, I'm working with the government, but I think there are a lot of things that will not just wait for only the president to do it, but we can try to, try to do it and other things. And today, Queen, if you're looking at our country now, I must say I'm proud of Liberia. There are a lot of young girls and boys now. Yes, they are trying to make headway, and we're saying that's a good path we should continue to go on because the government cannot do all. We as an individual have to come with that with our own thinking, how to create new strategies on how we can try to make our society better. Today in Liberia, the lot of us young people, sometimes I watch the social media, seeing a man who is 24, 25 will just get up, start cursing the president, cursing the leaders and other things in the name of politics and whatever they call it, right? I'm saying to us, it is not how we help to build society or our nation today. There are a lot of strategies we have as an individual. We can say now and think. Queen, you are saying, see India today, see the young people. I did an analysis, Queen. Uh, on the show, I must say, you will see a lot of our young people here today in India, right? You see that they can smoke, they can do bad thing, but yesterday they go to school correctly, right? They take their lessons very, very serious, right? They learn. Some of them, you see, they are in the engineering department, they are in, these PP department, other things in the medical department, right? But in Liberia, once our brothers and sisters try to get involved into the drug scene, they have become someone that no more want to see school do again. They no longer want to see school do again. So what happened at the end of the day? Instead of them being useful in the society, now they become very harmful in the society. And we're saying that we are the future leaders. We are the future leaders tomorrow. And if we don't prepare ourselves now, if we cannot make those impact, that's why you see, Queen, you see people will say, oh, in Labrador, they not let us get a youth them chance. Automatically, they won't get a youth them chance because the youth them now see their value. What are what are those creativities that we are carrying on? What are those innovation we are carrying on in the country that people will say yes? Let's say, for example, see those few individuals in the country who are carrying on innovation and creativities there. They are being recognized today by others and other people, right? But those ones who are just the noise maker and other things, people will not take you serious. Automatically, people won't take you serious. Where we come to our political setting today because we don't know our right. We don't know the kind of part we play in society today. That's why these politicians they just come and use for. And you see people go and send out to in a place and say the you are not serious. Yeah, we are not serious. They are right to say those statements because when they come to us, and ask us for a vote and what have you, we don't have any tangible thing or any tangible question to ask them regarding what are going to be our own benefit as young people in the society. But rather, when they get us 1,000, 2,000 US, we are satisfied with it. And Queen, is a lot so frustrating a lot of us young people today. We are so outright because of the thing called poverty. We just limit ourselves. There's no strategies now. We feel like we can't do anything again. At the government. We individual people now we cannot do anything. And because of this, our society now takes us to be the fun. They don't take us serious. They feel like we don't have anything to give to society. And that's why, Queen, a lot of these people will die in office or offices, right? Because the young people don't want to do anything. We don't want to make anything. We don't see our values. We don't know the kind of thing we have in us. So I'll stop here for now, Queen. Thank you.
I like you stop here, but I was about to stop here.
Wow.
Yeah. So, brother, what is it? Well. So, thank you so much, Miles. Before getting to Philip, I want also know things. When it comes to it's not bad for a youth to protest. That's democracy. It's part of their rights as a patient.
Queen, I know you. Queen, no, Queen, as how you understand my statement, right? I'm not saying it's not good to protest, Queen. I said it's good to protest, but we look at the protest in a positive manner. What are those impact those protests are making in the country? What are those things they are doing? They're just annoying.
That's
I am
They just
obviously outspeak Queen on this issue. She's actually a political figure, right? You cannot outspeak her.
okay,
Yeah.
but she has to
So
agree with
so
me,
so
right?
so thank you, Miles. Though the panelist has not called me, but let me make a very quick contribution before I can give our brother chance. Like few things I gather from this conversation that one of the things that we young people need to start to do is how to start to redirect ourselves by looking at our morals. What will happen if you want to come to power tomorrow, but you are in the opposition, or you are on the outside but insulting people who are older people that are supposed to teach you? So those are things that we need to learn as young people. That we need to change our minds and attitude, like Lawrence Brooklyn said. If we don't change our mind and attitude means we'll be doing the same thing and expecting to get different results, which will be false. Yeah, Mr. Panelist, thank you, Madam Panelist.
Thank you so much. Like I was saying, I'm not saying it's wrong. As a patriotic citizen of Liberia, that's your right. But how is your protest impacting the society? That's the point. Is it
Right.
empowering the nation's image because of political greed? Because of personal interest. That's a point that we are stressing on. But I don't want us to put fear in our people. One, that's a right. You are doing it for the betterment of Liberia. That's your right to protest in a positive way, to speak on issues. That's a beauty and miles of democracy. I don't want to trap into politics. Yeah, so let's get
Queen, listen, Queen, I said it right. It is not bad to protest. Did you hear? I constructed the sentence very well, right? But are those protests meaningful in society today? Because a lot of people who go protest are there to cause the people that are there cause we get. A lot of these things. Let's take, for example, you know your boyfriend from up the hill there. We're not calling their name. I don't want it to come for me, please. Your boyfriend from up the hill there. You know what to do.
at times, like I said, I don't want us traveling to politics, so I don't want to defend two base, but it's just about using that thing to power. At times, they want to use that thing to
You are
power to
not
get
calling you. I just say your boyfriend from up there. I beg you, don't. Your boyfriend from up there. Please don't call their name.
politics things that I don't want to talk about it. Philip, let's hear you.
It's okay, man. I just wanted to hear you guys talk because it's actually brother and sister thing. So, and in that talk, Punjab and Daradon, you people are alike. So, it's okay. All right. Thank you for the time given me. And I would like to extend my thanks to our guest, Mr. Tai. He has spoken well. Likewise, Miles. I like the points you all raised and also the perspective of, our host, Queen. You guys have actually spoken well. And here is it. I can safely say on this platform tonight that I am a practical example of young people in nation building, right? The role that we ought to perform in building our nation. I am one, and also Queen is one, and also Myers, likewise Mr. Tar, because this platform is actually impacting lives in a very small or a big way. Seriously, honestly, the knowledge we share on a weekly basis, the ideas, the insights, and experiences we share with our followers, our friends, and family, I believe a few of them, not many of them, but a handful of them, can go back to the closet, like Mr. Tar said. You have to redirect your moral standard. I believe they go back in their closet and begin to rethink, reconsider their decision, those ways that they were wrong. They start to correct those wrongs and make them right. So we are all practical example of the role of young people in nation building. And let's keep this up, guys. Now, let me come back to the topic, the role of young people in nation building. Very interesting topic. And then I would like to tweak it another way. That is to say, the role of young people in a family. Because nation building is not to start with the entire 15 counties of Liberia or the 54 countries of Africa. No, it's not an example of nation building. Nation building begins from your very home, your bedroom. How responsible you are, Queen. How responsible you are, Myers. How responsible you are, Asik. It's not about the clothes we wear on, Myers. Not the perfume, we wear on. Nor the makeup we do, our hairstyle. No, it's not about responsibility. When people say you've got to be responsible, it's not about your dress code. It's not about your English. Now it's it about the jewelries you wear on. No. When people say you are to be responsible in the family, then we talk about the nation. It's when you have the ability to give an account of every single decision you take, of every single step you make, every single step you take, by the way. you are able to give an account of those decisions and those steps you take on a day-to-day basis. Now, when I firstly transitioned or relocated to Nema United, I think around 2019 or so, yeah, I took my time about 3 hours. I decided to take a walk from Mount Barclay checkpoint all the way going to Israel community. I think Miss Queen might know that place. Right. So Miss Queen, I kind of, do my evening walk from Mount Barclay checkpoint all the way to Israel community and going to Bad Nekesa. Because I wanted to see, I have relocated from Monrovia to Nema United. I wanted to see what was the gap that, I'm going to encounter, the challenges, the situations the people are faced with, especially when it comes to the education, because I'm from the education sector. So as I took my walk and saw people, saw the kids, children, youth, and other people, and I was like, okay, this is missing, that is missing, and that is missing. How can I be, of help? How can I make an impact? How can I make a change? What is my responsibility? That is what people say you are to be responsible. Myers, I tell you, in a couple of weeks, school open September 10th, which is my birthday, right? The school open for that academic year. And then after the first period, the second period, I saw that there was no platform created for those clever kids, those brilliant kids to come on, to join hands together, to be able to compete, right? Like in quizzing, in spelling bee, in debate, and other elocution areas. I saw there was a huge gap. But I was told that there was only one organization which was being run by those guys from District 2 and District 3. They kind of organize that and they eat the children money or they eat the school money and they don't organize the entire, spelling bee quizzing tournament, on a fair play path. So I was like, okay, let me enter the market. I did not enter the market for money. I did enter the market to be responsible and to make a change in that community because that's what I used to do back there in Monrovia. That's how you build your nation. You kind of look for opportunities. You look for the challenges. Whenever there is a challenge in your community, whenever there is a problem, that is an opportunity. Don't sit and complain. It is not our responsibility. It's not our role as young people to sit and complain. No, it's not in our DNA. What is in our DNA is to observe, is to understand exactly what's happening in your family, in your community, and be able to take on the bold step with confidence, not only with education, not only with money. I never had the money. I never had the money then, but I was willing to make that small change. It's all about the subtle change, Myers. I was willing to make the change. I was so passionate. So that went about, first thing, God bless me. Let me be honest, God bless me. And my mom called me. She gave me a call. She'd be like, yo, man, I want you to come over to Monrovia. I have this amount and I want you to do something, at the house. When she made the transfer to me, because I was not able to go to Monrovia, bam, what came to my mind? Yo, this money, I'm not going to do this thing. Honestly, on this platform, I'm confessing. I was like, I'm not going to do this thing. What I'm going to do is that this gap I have seen in this community, I want to fill up this gap. I want to make an impact. What did I do? I left from Nema United and went straight to ELWA Junction, where you have the Eagle Electrical Store. I purchased my electronic quizzing belt, or more than one. I paid for it cash with my mom's money. After I secured that, I left that at the store and went back to Nema United to get other documents, in place and SYZ because I didn't want to bring that belt home, before something else happened. I asked them to keep it at the store. I had a receipt. When I went back home 1 week, 2 weeks, I went to every school in that community. I prepared letter, gave to the principals and vice principals and even those people in the sport committee, right? And then I was like, we are organizing this competition. You don't need to register. To register, I'm sorry, you don't need to register. All you ought to do is to just bring the kids and you purchase this amount of tickets because we are going to do a hall renting. We don't have the money, right? So you got to support us, with this cost. And they accepted. Interestingly, not many schools sold the tickets. They returned the ticket as it was. And I had to go back to work again to raise some money to be able to pay for the whole electricity and every other thing. Some of my friends following me now, listening to me, they can attest to that, right? Bro, I'm telling you, that very year, I spent approximately 1,000 United States dollars, part of my mom's money and also the little hustle I was doing. And we kind of went to one or two people. I remember we went to Johnsonville Township. We went to the commissioner right to the turning point. Queen know that place. We asked him for help, and he was able to help us with some cash. We sum up all those money. It came up to $1,000, bro. We rented the hall. We buy books, pens, and other stationery materials, trophies for the winners and all of the kids who participated. And now, not a single kid participated in that competition without walking away with something tangible. They were being fed. They never paid for feeding. We fed them. My team and I, we fed them with the mindset that this community lacks this thing. So we ought to help. We ought to make an impact. So that is responsibility for you. And again, the internet has.
On
Yes, I'll be ending very soon, man. A few seconds, please. Yeah. So, and again, the internet has opened up the entire contribution phase of nation building for us, the youth. You do not have the ability to reach to every home. You do not have the ability to reach to every community in that district. But Myers, what can you do? You can use the power of the internet. Like we are using the power of the internet now. The Myers Television family is using the power of the internet to reach to your home, to reach to your towns and villages and communities. So we can preach about man making nation building and community development. So you can use the internet. You open your LEARN platform that will be able to teach about drainage cleaning, how to clean your drainage during the rainy season. This is one practical way. Some of you who doing public health, some of you who into the environmental sciences, don't wait for job. Don't wait for job. You can use this very same internet. The topic being taught onto you by your faculties, by your professors. Use your Facebook platform. Use your TikTok handle, your IG, your Twitter, whatever social media platform you own. Use those social media platforms to be able to educate. Use those social media platforms to be able to provide civic information, education for the community, for the young people, for the older people. You don't have the finance, you don't have the mobility to do these things, but you can use the internet to do these things, bro. Right? And you can also respect others, what they say, and their contribution to the nation, to the community, and to the family. That's another role we ought to play as young people. And I like the way you people smartly put it. We need not wait for government support. You need not wait for one representative, senator, or minister. Because if you do, you're going to be very sycophantic. And at the end, the people make decisions on your behalf. You have the voting card, but you don't have the voting right. I want to be clear on that again. You have the voting card, but you don't have the voting right. Why? Because you have been pocketed by those people. You have been pocketed by those people. You want to sit and fold your hands, money walk to you. You want to sit and beg people. No. Get your feet, get your hands, get your eyes, your minds to work. Be able to make that subtle change. It's not about the big things you do, but it's about the little things you do in your home. It's about the little things you do in your community. It's about the little things you do in your towns and villages. And I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation to those young people in Liberia who are making the change now. I want to appreciate them, Myers. I've seen a lot of young people in Liberia now using the social media to post the work they do in their homes, in their communities, in their church, in the mosques, in their school. Organize events like those gender-based violence thing, like those, personal hygiene thing, right? The people kind of teaching, a thing about the menstrual cycle. This is nation building. This is nation building. You can open an online tutorial. This is nation building. You can teach about people cleaning their drainages during the rainy season. This is nation building. You can come online to provide education for the farmers. This is nation building. You can come online to provide education for the young teachers coming up. This is nation building. So it's important that, we speak to this issue, this topic with our heart, our mind, soul, and spirit. Thank you, Queen.
Likewise, thank you, Queen. So, thank you so much, Philip. So let me say welcome again for those that are just joining. Welcome to the Myers TV. Our topic is the role of young people in nation building. So, before we take our starting statement, let's get into our break. Our musical angel so Myers. Um, can you do the honorable thing?
Political Raza.
Oh, my TV, light in the world. My TV, shine on the screen. Voices of hope, living the dream from Africa's heart to the world we see. Truth and culture. Maya TV, Maya TV, bringing light each day. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Maya TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. Buena Myers, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into
Thank you so much, our technical members. So let me say welcome again for those that are just joining. If you get a question, you can just type in the comment section and we'll recognize it. So our topic is the role of young people in nation building. Like when Philip was speaking, he actually mentioned about nation building starts from our homes, and I actually agree with that. So we as a young person or young people, the fact that our community is clean, the fact that we know where to show that in our home, we start with nation building from there. The fact that when water and steward come and install these things and we protect it from spoiling, we are building a nation. So let me get into our guest. We'll take you again. So when it comes to, I don't know how legit is that, but I didn't follow it. I saw or information that a content creator in Liberia should pay certain amount. I don't know how legit is that. And yeah, I saw these things, and other people that are running a business in Liberia, they are riding motorcycle, cars, and other stuff, right? We nowadays we see a lot of people businesses or business they are not registered, they don't have an MOA, they are not registered in the government. So definitely they are now compulsory to pay tax because the government are not aware of these things they are involved into. So, and we know that one of the way that government generate revenue is through tax from the citizens, from every businesses that we are influential into, and we as a young people, we are contributing to society, but we are not doing these things and paying tax. Even in India, if you we have something called direct indirect tax. In India, if you go back to a shop, if they tell you this pen is 299, if you pay it, you pay 301. Sometimes you'll be shocked. I thought this is still not enough. The reason these are indirect taxes that the government is allowing, that are imposed, that once you are buying, you have to pay these things, right? And we are seeing our country, Liberia or in Africa, these things are not implemented. How do we think it affect the national income of the country? And how do you think in the next 2-3 years, if we as a patriotic citizens of Liberia, or you that want to see the good coming from Liberia, if we are not paying taxes, if we are refusing to register our businesses, or how do we think this is going to affect our economy? Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Thank you. Like you said, Mr. Dolo said, uh, again, let me say thanks to those following us. It is our social responsibility to know what is our obligation as young people to do. Like he said, nation building does not start directly with 15 counties or all of the countries in the world. It starts with our very selves. How do you go about conducting yourselves in the society, conducting your activities, running the affairs of your family, and interacting with other people, selling your idea to people, educating people, making people to be aware of the do's and don'ts of the society. Those are exact practical behavior of a nation building, of somebody who want to focus attention on nation building. You would not necessarily have to start with millions of dollars. No. There are some other people that are poor. They started poor. They started with just very little, but today their economy or their earning or their saving has skyrocketed to a very huge amount. So, like for instance, like the reference you just gave, like you see, if you want for something to happen, you need to do something. And let me tell you, government does not run on empty packing. The salary that you see our people taking, we ourselves taking, the schools that you see government building, the hospitals government running, the security that manning us for which war is not taking over us, all of these people are paid with taxpayer money. When you hear the thing taxpayer money, it means the dollar that people paying. But when you see when you go back to our country, you see people will be doing big business. You see somebody selling fish. The fish is selling when you value that fish, the economic value of that fish. Maybe it passed 20,000 Liberian dollars. But they will tell you, say that small market are selling, I can't pay tax. So we need to know what are our obligations as citizens, what we need to do. What are those things that we can do to put our country right, to put the world right, to put our society right, to put our generation, to put even the interests of people that are not born. Imagine if Joseph Jacob Robert had not fought war to sacrifice themselves today, we will not get any country called Liberia. But because the people knew that generations supposed to come behind them, they fought war, they stood their ground, they sacrificed themselves, other people died in the battle. But today, you and myself enjoying the privilege of people that sacrificed because people won't understood that generation were coming after them that needed to get a place to live, that needed to get a place to reside, that needed to get a home. So today, you see, we are having that country. Let's go back to the issue of tax payment. I saw that one of my friends, Ini and myself, were talking this evening, and he said, "Oh, my man, the taxes are in the country they're not for fun." I said, "My man, those things are happening internationally. Only they are new to us. They are just being introduced to us, so they are sounding new. Every part of the world you go, you must pay tax. Where in this world you will get a car, you don't want to pay tax. You will get a motorbike, you don't want to pay tax. How will government build a road? Or you will say the road are going ELWA is for, the road are going Douala is for, the road are coming relay is for. How you expect for government to build these roads if you are not having, if they are not getting money from taxpayer? Because government does not necessarily generate everything that she's using. All of the money government has spent, those money come from the taxpayer. That why we get the Liberia Revenue Authority. That why we get small institutions that are collecting money, breaking to government that can use those money to at least develop the country. So those are sense of responsibility, sense of awareness that we need to that need to be on a higher scale. Like Philip was saying, for us as young people, our intervention need to go to places that we think necessary, crucial for our country development. Young people should be able to know, like young girls, be able to know what place you can reach to get belly. That alone will help the girl to at least go further in school. Tell the boys, say, this is what when you do, the woman will get belly and this and this and this. This is the best measure to take. This things will help children, will help our generation, younger brothers and sisters, that it will make us today or tomorrow that we enjoy whatever thing that we think is necessary for us to enjoy. So these are efforts that we need to make. You know, in my mind, the issue of nation building does not only rely on the government. Like I was saying, today Mayo is having this show, and tomorrow, God be a helper, this show grows tomorrow. It means he will be having the opportunity to employ other people. He will be an employer. Let us try to be innovative. Let us try to be an entrepreneur. Let us try to create the sense of being entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur, it means you can create job. You will not be seeking job. The education is not necessary only for employment. It is there to make you open up your mind, to make you to be creative, to make you to think beyond the bound, to be able to navigate the challenging corridor of our society, to be able to open different new avenues for other people. Because government alone doesn't have the capacity to employ everybody. Even the private sector that is buttressing the effort of government will not employ everybody. Imagine like we have about 6 million human beings. Of the 6 million human beings, just about close to 200, 300,000 people working. You won't tell me all of the other people that left. Government able to find food. Joseph Bagasana able to share rest on them. Let's go to the back. Let's go to back to the reference our brother was giving about people doing demonstration or protestation. Those are clear lessons that we need to learn. That protests will not carry on anywhere, and most especially those protestations that are just based on the satisfaction of just single individual. So those are things we need to change. Let's take into consideration that because of protests, many persons died in the 80s. Just because of protests. People that are supposed to be future leaders today, they die. Students, people that were innocent. And don't forget that those who can be the root cause of protest, they can be at the front page. They set us there as young people. They give us just little or nothing to make us to put ourselves at risk. It endanger our lives. It carry us to disaster. Let's take into consideration the thing my brother was talking. One of the things we need to see is integrity, moral. You want to be president tomorrow, but you're cutting the president today. How does it work? Other people support them. Oh, they cause the other president, they cause the other president. The president doing good. The president is sometimes maybe older than your father or older than your mother, but you are brave to insult the president. Where are we going as young people? We are selling our future for little or nothing. So those are things we need to observe. Those are the red lines. Those are the red flags that we need to observe as young people. That we need to be rational. We need to be open-minded. We need to think. We need to think as critical as possible as we can, so that we can be able to make decisive decisions in the society that will not just benefit us as individuals, but that will benefit the masses behind us, or that will benefit the wider society. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Also for guest. So Miles, what's your intake on this question? Just 1 minute, sir, so we can run it or almost 12 a.m. India's time.
Yeah, what's your question again?
The question is how do you think if we are not paying our taxes, what we see nowadays, a lot of people have this- we have motorcyclists and other businesses that are in Liberia. They are not registered. They don't want to have the um yeah, they are not paying taxes as we see in India ourselves. We are students, we are not working for years and still pay taxes. When we will go to back, there is a taxes that are being imposed on those products or goods we purchase, right? So if Liberia is not introducing that or prioritizing such, its citizens are not willing to pay taxes. How do you see Liberia in the next 3 to 4 years? What are those things that you see that Liberia will be lacking when it comes, because that's the only time means of our government or our country generating a revenue. Yeah, so that was the question. So I gave you 1 minute.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen. So the first thing I want to say, if we citizens cannot pay tax to our government, the first thing that's going to happen, our government is going to be a lot of debts. And why you see like we're owing a lot of people outside, because we don't want to, we ourselves don't want to give to the country, right? We feel like everything, like all the government officials and what have you that works within the government should be paid, by the money generated. And how many money do you think how you call it LRA is generating? So at the end of the day now, because we don't have that kind of money, we have to go out there and credit from people. We had a World Bank and other places credit. At the end of the day, now you see every time you hear say Labrador holding, Labrador holding. You think all this money Labrador been holding people is because of the same pay that we have to pay these people, the same development that have to go on there. But what happens every time we cry for development and we don't want to make our own contribution to the government? Like we saw the latest release that you were saying, Queen, that just came out regarding content creator, even the Kobo shop people should pay tax. Yes, it's necessary. These people are making money. You think they are not making money? They are making money. So why can this at least take at least 2 or 3% of that money and pay to government that will help that will enable the government to to carry on development? And yesterday Queen every day we crying that the country will need development, we need development. How you think they will do it? How you think the government will do that? You think that Joseph Waka won when I try to sit down here who will do it? Even all those things that we every time we say all the resources are going out, the resources here and there, it's because
My own minute. Mr. Target, please mute your mic and get back from my.
yeah, he's muted. Mr. Tai is muted.
I'm muted.
Yeah. So Queen, there's an issue. Every time we want to oh the country is like this, the country is like this. The thing of like our problem is we feel like everything is just government. Yeah. Let me tell you, Queen, the day we like when try to shift our mind from just on government and feel like we ourselves have a great impact. Okay, we ourselves have a great impact to make. What happened at the end of the day, we'll do a lot in the society. But we feel like
Mr.
it is just government, everything is silly.
Mr. Are you getting my clear and get back?
Yes, 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 I am getting my own.
So can you just go come back, Queen? Just come back. So like I'm saying, right? We want the government to do all the development, but we don't want to support the government. And the thing of Liberia issue is this party sentiment thing, right? One, it is not my parties or it's not my person who is in power. I don't need to support, I don't need to do anything. It's a very bad practice that we need to deviate from. Liberia is all we have. Liberia is one. There's not two Liberia we have, it's just one. So the thing of tax or taxes, we have to contribute to the government development. The country development, sorry. Our country, there are a lot of development need to go on, and the only way this development can go on, unless we make our own contribution or later we give to them. Now, at least every one of us are out here today. We see that everything that we go and buy to the shop, everything that we do here now, we pay tax. So we know the value of tax now. We know in Labrador now, like once you are now really a working class in Labrador, you not get time for the thing they call opening banks and other things. But now India have taught us, hey, whether you working or you're not working, you have to get an account, right? Because from that account, at certain point of time, the government got to take something from there at least, and it is what it is. So the thing of taxing our country, it will help our country a lot. All the development we want to see today in Liberia, the only way this development will go on unless we ourselves be a partaker of it. And that's why we say the topic tonight, the role of youth, young people in nation building. So we are young people, we shouldn't every time be complaining, be complaining, be complaining. We ourselves can make a great impact in the society. We ourselves have a key thing to do in the society. Let's stop complaining and let's try to make impact. Let's try to make change. Let's be creative. Let's be innovative. Let's come up with a new thing that we can do for our country. Liberia is all we have. Right? And the thing is, Mr. Tyler, like every Liberian now you see, it is not bad. I tell people, right, it is not bad to travel. But we ourselves can live right in Labrador and make Labrador the way we want it to be. The same way we talk to other people country, oh, see the other country, they are like this, they are like we ourselves in Labrador, we can make our country like that. If only we work together in unity, in one accord, we'll make Labrador great. If we support any government that come in, be it is mine, it is not mine, we support it, it's going to be great. So we want to say thank you so much to our listeners. Thanks to all of our viewers tonight for following us. We are so excited, to be here tonight with this great topic. So before we go, Queen is trying to join, but before she joins, Mr. Ta would like to take your parting statement. If there is anything you did not say and you want to, elaborate on, you can just go through it and then that of your parting statement.
So again, thank you, Mr. Bona, and thank you to your team and for the invitation given us, and thank you for this unique topic that you have brought to all of us. It is to reawaken us, to redirect our sense of reasoning, that we as young people can be able to shoulder the responsibility in making our country or the world what we want it to be. Like you said, everything not need to be only from my side before I support. The issue of supporting government, we should not support government based on party sentiment. So it is my pleasure to be with you tonight. I am happy. I am always available. If this time not enough, you can invite me another time. We will always be available to give our little that we're able to do. So thank you so much for the opportunity afforded us. And let me say thank you for those of our colleagues that follow us, that took their precious time, bring their resources to follow us. It's a pleasure. And thank you for listening to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ta. Queen, the floor is yours, Queen. Before we call it a day, so Queen, are you there?
Call me Miss Queen. I always tell you I love that name, Miss Queen. Why you don't
Miss
like to
Queen?
call me?
Miss Queen,
Yes.
sorry for that, Miss Queen.
Okay, so let me say thanks so much to our followers for always been following us, and those that are here to follow the show after. And I want to say thanks to our guests. Mr. Tai, is a privilege to be sharing platform with you tonight. We're looking forward for more opportunities so you can keep enlightening the mind of our people. And to my co-host, I want to say thanks to the Myers TV. I want to say good night from my end. Wish you all the best and I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ta. Thank you, everybody.